Have you ever been insulted, cut down, or disrespected, and hours later you're still replaying it in your head? Maybe it was something small, like a sarcastic comment at work, or maybe it cut deep, like words from someone you trusted. The truth is, insults can stain. They get inside our heads and replay over and over, like a broken record. But the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, believed insults only have the power you give them. They taught that words are just sounds, just noise, and it is our judgment that turns those noises into pain. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how the Stoics handled insults, why most words don't actually harm you, and 3 practical exercises you can use to stay calm the next time someone disrespects you. Stick with me until the end, because I'll share one Stoic exercise that can make insults roll off you like water off a rock. So let's start with why insults hurt so much. When someone says you're lazy or you're stupid, it feels personal. It feels like they're attacking your identity. But the Stoics reminded us words themselves are neutral. It's our judgment about those words that gives them power. Epictetus said, "Remember that it is not he who reviles you or strikes you, who insults you, but your opinion that these things are insulting." Think about that. If someone shouted an insult in a language you don't even understand, would it hurt you? Of course not. The words would mean nothing to you. It's only when you interpret them as true, or fear they might be true, that you suffer. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, faced insults constantly. Senators schemed behind his back. Generals questioned his leadership. Even ordinary citizens mocked him. But in Meditations, Marcus wrote, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been." Imagine that. The ruler of the known world reminding himself daily, "I'm only insulted if I decide I'm insulted." The insult ends where my mind refuses to carry it further. That is the heart of Stoic strength. The first Stoic trick is to control perception. An insult is just noise, air passing over vocal cords. Your judgment turns that noise into pain. So, when someone insults you, pause. Ask yourself, is this really about me or about them? Most insults say more about the person speaking than the person hearing. Their bitterness, their jealousy, their anger, that's their burden, not yours. For example, someone leaves a nasty comment online. You could rage reply and let it ruin your day. Or you could see it for what it is, a reflection of their inner state, not yours. The insult says more about their unhappiness than your worth. Seneca offered another piece of wisdom. If a man despises me, it is his problem. My only concern is not doing or saying anything deserving of contempt. That's the second Stoic lesson. Consider the source. Would you take medical advice from someone who knows nothing about medicine? Then why take character judgments from someone who doesn't truly know your heart? If the insult is false, ignore it. It doesn't describe you if it's true. Be grateful you've just been given free feedback. Either way, you win. The third Stoic lesson is to practice indifference. The Stoics trained themselves to treat insults like passing weather. Epictetus compared it to being on a ship. Some people vomit at the sight of waves. Others stand firm. The waves don't change. The reaction does in the same way. Insults will come, you can't stop that. But you can train yourself not to react. You can practice this today. Ask a trusted friend to playfully tease you, and then practice not reacting. Breathe, smile. Let it pass like training a muscle. You'll grow stronger each time you refuse to be rattled. Now let's talk about a practical daily exercise you can try tonight. Write down the last insult you received. Then make 2 columns column A. What's in my control column B? What's not? You'll see that the insult itself is always in column B. You didn't control their words, their tone, or their intention. But what's in column A? Your reaction. Your choice of whether to carry it forward. That's your power, and if you learn to protect that, no insult can break you. Here's another perspective from Marcus Aurelius. He wrote, when another blames you, or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside, and see what kind of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be racked with anxiety, that they should hold any particular opinion about you. In other words, step into their shoes for a moment. Do they seem wise? Do they seem calm? Or do they seem troubled and bitter? Why then should their opinion have weight over your peace? Let's bring this to modern life. Imagine you're at work, and a coworker rolls their eyes and says, "You never do anything right, old." You might replay that insult all day. Feeling crushed, the Stoic you pauses. You ask, is this true? No, I do good work. Or maybe yes, sometimes I make mistakes. Either way, it's an opportunity. You can ignore the insult as false, or use it as motivation to improve. But what you don't do is carry it like a heavy stone in your chest. You drop it, you move on. Even online, insults are everywhere. Trolls on social media thrive on provoking you. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. By refusing to react, you deny them power. By keeping calm, you rise above them. Imagine if every hateful comment you saw online became practice in patience, in compassion, in discipline. Every insult becomes a workout for your soul. So, how do you stay calm when people insult you first? Remember that words only hurt if you let them. Second, consider the source. An insult often says more about the speaker than about you. Third, practice indifference. Treat insults like weather passing, temporary, powerless. If Marcus Aurelius could face constant attacks and still write about inner calm, so can you. If Seneca could be exiled, Epictetus enslaved, and still stay steady in the face of criticism, then so can you. The insult isn't the problem. It's your choice to carry it or drop it. If this video gave you value, give it a like so more people can discover Stoic wisdom. Share it with a friend who struggles with criticism, and subscribe for daily Stoic lessons to build a calmer, stronger mind. And now I want to hear from you. What's the last insult you remember? And how did you respond? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading and replying. Remember, you can't control the insult, but you can always control your reaction. And that's true strength. That is the Stoic way.